All right, guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay. So I got a few reasons why you probably should start to look at the OnePlus 10 Pro and a couple of reasons why you probably should pass. So I've had this for 5 to 7 days, and no, I'm not doing a full review yet, but I love to give you incremental updates and just short videos here and there. And here is one on the OnePlus 10 Pro. So one of the first reasons why I think you really should consider this device is this right here. In person, this is one of the most beautiful displays you will see. Bright, vivid, sharp, everything about it is just absolutely great. Watching content on here, you will be impressed. This is a 6.7-inch Quad HD display, and it is absolutely fantastic. I'm going to show you some more content here. I want you to look at this content here. It is just absolutely stunning, man. Now take a listen to the speakers. So if I'm being honest, yeah, this is beautiful content here. This is just a beautiful display, man. And I think you will, in fact, be really pleased when you pop this open and start watching content on it. I keep it at Quad HD all day long and high refresh rate turned on. So you go into your display settings, and then you go over here, and I also have video sharpness and everything turned on, HDR mode, whatever. Then I got Quad HD, I'll leave it there, 3216 by 1440. And then I have the refresh rate set to high. Now you can decrease those if you want to, if you feel like you just wanna get a little bit more battery, but I've learned that switching to 1080p didn't get me that much more battery, so I'm rocking with Quad HD all day because that's what I paid for. So that's another thing. So the next thing is the performance. Now, this is something, now the OnePlus devices now, this one has 8 gigs of RAM. My OnePlus 9 Pro, which is over on the other side of the room over there, it has 12 gigs of RAM. So you can do this thing called RAM expansion. Should have been up there. But I normally keep it at 5. I normally keep it at 5, but it's defaulted at 3. So I think after I did that software update, it's probably what happened. But nonetheless, the performance on here is so good. You won't even be able to tell that you have 8 gigs of RAM. Multitasking and everything on here is going to be pleasing. But you also do, you know what I'm saying, you can go ahead and do the RAM Plus, where you basically bump up the RAM. So that's something that you should take note of. And as you saw there, I'm running Android 12 on the March security patch. I'm pretty sure the April security patch should be arriving soon. This is the official unlocked version. If you haven't been following along, bought this unlocked directly from Best Buy because OnePlus delayed my shipping till like the end of the month or whatever it was. So grabbed it from Best Buy a week ago or so, and I've been rolling with it. So performance on here, you shouldn't have any problems with this, man. You're going to get some smooth performance out of this thing. I mean, you should be flowing right along. People like to talk about their Twitter timeline, and this is something real silly that people were talking about when certain devices came out. They talked about stutters in the timeline. When I always said that no one reads a timeline like this. Who reads their timeline like this? So you go, I read like this. So this is how I do it. But nonetheless, this device is performing extremely well. Fast, fluid, no problem. So performance is another area that I feel like it's just beast mode on here. Now, another area is right back here, and that's these cameras. For the first time, I think OnePlus has genuinely taken advantage of the Hasselblad name. Now, whatever they did, they changed the ultra-wide camera. Everybody keeps pointing this out, but they did change the ultra-wide camera, and this one is spec'd a little lower. People like to harp on that, which is fine. I get it. But to me, it doesn't mean that it's any worse than the OnePlus 9 Pro because I haven't seen much difference. These cameras, folks, phenomenal. I mean, unreal that they finally taken advantage of the camera system. The cameras were the only thing about the OnePlus devices that I just did not like the most. It was at the bottom of the list when I was ranking the devices. It just didn't do good video. Did good photos, but video just wasn't on point. And now it does great video and photos. So take note of that. Now, one thing that actually surprised me, and I had to point it out to you guys, is the hardware. This hardware is actually really beautiful. Now, this is a curved display, but this device just flows into your hand when you're using it. It's just so nice. It just feels, it's such a rounded feel on the back. It just drops right in your hand, and you are gonna love it, folks. This thing feels fantastic, and I say that in comparison to the device I'm recording with, which is the S22 Ultra, and then this iPhone 13 Pro Max. Now, currently, these are the 3 devices that I'm using, but I've really been rotating between this and the S22 Ultra. This one, I've been taking it with me too, side thing. But this is a wide device, even though it's rounded. And this OnePlus is absolutely just great. It feels better than the Ultra, and it feels better than the iPhone. It's narrow, nice and smooth in the hand, and I think you're really gonna like how this feels. The hardware and build quality on here is just really nice. Now, that is subjective whether or not you think this looks good or not, but I'm telling you about the hardware, it just feels really good and it flows in your hand. Now, one thing I don't like about the hardware is these shiny sides. If they would have did this all in matte, I would have been, this hardware could get a full 10 from me. It feels that good because I like this back, this frosted back or whatever. It's fantastic, man. This is just one of the nicest piece of hardware you'll feel, and it looks good too, in my opinion. Now, another area where I think is, to my surprise, still really good, even though I'm running at Quad HD, is battery life. The device can make it through a full day and then some. So, you know, but remember, I shouldn't have to say it, but I'm going to say it anyway. Battery life depends on you. So you can see I don't have very many apps on here, but I do have some. So it's up to you to determine how you're going to use your battery on your device, what you're going to be doing with your device, and you're going to get the battery that you've been getting. That's what it is. Everybody has got something on the device that's going to drain their battery, or you're going to do something on your device more than the next person. So battery life is another key area that I think is important to you. Now, let's talk about a couple things that I think might make a person want to avoid this device. Now, for me, obviously, it wasn't a thing because I bought it, which is the price. This device costs $899, and it's competing directly with other devices that are $899, Pixel 6 Pro, and things like that with the same storage and everything. But yeah, paying $899 for this full price, some people might not want to do it. I did it. I wanted it really bad, and I didn't know if I was going to like it, but turns out I love it. So for me, the price is set right for the way this phone is being put on the market, but it leads me to my next not so great point, which is storage. This should have been 256 gigs of storage. Even though they have 8 gigs of RAM, this could have been 256 gigs of storage. Because they released this Ultra version for China only, and it's white too. I would have loved to get, I could have gotten it, but I was like, I think I want to take advantage of all the capabilities of the network. So yeah, that's the reason I didn't get the Ultra version of it, the white one, because I really definitely would have grabbed that up. But nonetheless, those are just a couple of things I can see so far that I think might a person might be deterred from getting this. But for me, the pros outweigh the cons. And when I spoke of network, this is really, really good, man. Let me see if I can run down a speed test real quick for you here. Turn off Wi-Fi, and let's just go to speed test here. And let's just run this down real quick. All right. Let's see what my T-Mobile speeds are looking like in my office. Because, you know, my T-Mobile speeds used to be crap in my office. And you can see here, 5G, it has voice over LTE. Look at these speeds I'm getting in my office. That's incredible, man. You know, now the upload speeds are probably going to be trash. Really, for me, upload speeds, I would use T-Mobile service full throttle if upload speeds were good. But, oh, that's right, I did it in the browser, not the app. But nonetheless, the network is flawless on here. It runs like a champ. I have no problems with this device at all. I've been running it in this case right here for a little bit of time since I got it since launch. And then Tudia blessed me with some more cases. And then I've got some more cases coming from a different OEM as well. But I got to tell you, folks, this is a device that you probably should pay attention to right now, man. This device is fire. It's hot. It is one that I think a lot of people are probably skipping for all the wrong reasons. Case in point, people, when I said I was going to get it, people were like, why would you get that? you have the OnePlus 9. And I put that video out, you know, hey, you might want to consider getting the OnePlus 9 instead of this. Let me grab my OnePlus 9. The OnePlus 9 has beautiful hardware. Beautiful hardware. It's nice. I wish I had the green version of this, but I don't think OnePlus really thought this one out with the Hasselblad joint. I think it was just a test run. I don't know what it was, but I genuinely like both of these for hardware. Love them. So would I still recommend the OnePlus 9 Pro? Of course, man, of course. But the cameras on this joint, this 10 is much better. I'll be doing a comparison of these soon, so you know, don't worry about that. I wish they had cases like this for this phone out, but they just have those basic cases out, which is why I didn't buy it. Because I spent a lot of money on $40 on this case, and then it went on sale after I bought it or whatever. But ultimately, these are the same phones, pretty much, man. Same phones, you know, same size and everything. It's just the case is, the camera is shaped differently. So I'm gonna get out of here. I wanted to point out a few things as to why you probably should consider this, man. I think you will like this device more than what you think you will. If you can get past all of the nonsense that somebody else said, because I had people come to my comments and say it too, but I personally feel like this device is one that people should be paying attention to. It's your man Jay. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.